Welcome to the Lexi Roxx Show. Did you know?
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Lexi Roxx Show. Did you know I was just playing a little GNR cover of Bob Dylan's Knocking on Heaven's Door? Today's show, we're going to cover two albums, three, but really two albums. Guns N' Roses, Illusions 1 and 2, and Metallica, the Black Album, that was released at the same time, recorded at the same time. We're going to talk about all that juiciness when they went on tour, the recording sessions, the whole 9 yards. But first, I want to cheers to the creator and producer of the show, my girl, my woman, my girlfriend. We're going to cheers right now. The woman behind the camera, the woman that made this happen. Here we go. Cheers, babe. Here we go. Thank you, guys. Here we go. So, and before we get to Metallica and Guns N' Roses, I have to say the story behind this beautiful acoustic guitar. It's my first guitar ever. My first acoustic guitar, my first guitar ever. Okay? It has a lot of meaning to me because my parents, I love you mom, love you dad, they gave me this guitar when I first started playing guitar. I broke the rules. I love breaking rules. Guitar players, when they start playing guitar, they end up playing guitar with nylon strings. I said screw that, and so I started playing with steel strings. This guitar came with nylon strings. I added steel strings. So I said, what the hell? So I started playing. I remember getting, all kinds of sores on my fingers and, bloody fingers and whatnot. But it made me a professional. And so I'm thankful. And this is a guitar. This is the guitar that made me who I am. This piece of artwork right here. So I want to give a shout out to my parents. Mom and Dad, I love you guys for supporting my music, my craziness, my loudness, playing drums, guitars, the whole 9 yards. I love you guys. This is to you guys, okay? Metallica and Guns N' Roses. Okay, so we're talking about 90, 91, 92. When Guns N' Roses decided to release a double album, Use Your Illusions 1 and 2. So many hits in that record. Don't Cry. Live and Let Die, which was a cover from Paul McCartney and Wings. They made it like it was theirs. Another cover they did, Knocking on Heaven's Door from Bob Dylan. I heard Guns' version, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry, this is my opinion, it's way better than the original. God bless Bob Dylan, he wrote the song, but Guns N' Roses made it like, damn, okay, that's how I felt. And so one of the singles on the Guns N' Roses Use Your Illusions record 1 and 2, it was You Could Be Mine, soundtrack to the movie. Arnold Schwarzenegger, okay? It was a massive hit, massive hit. So at the time, Guns N' Roses was recording this album. Metallica was recording the Black Album at the same time in the same building in different studio. Studio A and Studio B. Guess what they did? They were friends at the time. They were sharing demos. Listen to this song. Listen to this song we're doing about. It was like, whoa, okay, that's awesome. So it was a total of 30 songs that Guns N' Roses recorded, 1 and 2. Steven Adler, the original Guns drummer, recorded 50%, if I'm not mistaken, of the tracks. He was going through drug issues. They couldn't get him in the studio. It was hard to get him in the studio. So they had enough of it, especially Axl. Knowing Axl, his way or the highway, fired him from the band, hired the cult drummer at the time, Matt Sorum, one of my favorite drummers of all times, Matt Sorum to finish the record. So they finished the record. They went on tour, and at the time they still had the rhythm guitar player Izzy Stratton. In the middle of the tour, Izzy decided to quit the band. He was Axl's best friend from Indiana before they came to Hollywood. So I'm not gonna get into detail why that happened, even though I know why. That's none of my business. No, that's between Axl and Izzy. So Izzy decided to quit the band in the middle of the tour, the 2-year tour. So guess what happened? They had to take a break and hire a rhythm guitar player, Gilby Clarke. Gilby Clarke was a perfect match for them. They rehearsed, I don't know, for a month or two, 30 songs. They went back on tour, finished a 2-year tour. That was unheard of in rock and roll history. 2 years, my friends. 2 years. Wow. Amazing. So anyways, so they finished the tour. It was great. So what happened was, there was a big show, or a couple of shows, that Metallica and Guns N' Roses played. It was the stage was like a snake. It was a snake. On one side it was Guns N' Roses, and the other side was Metallica. Two of the biggest bands in the country at the time, with the biggest albums in the country. Number one, hands down. Okay? Nothing else matters. You name it, the list goes on and on and on. Okay? That record showed Metallica's dynamic that they never thought they ever even had as musicians to put out. So the producer at the time, Bob Rock, said, "You guys, no, we're not doing your everyday Metallica record. We're gonna do the Metallica record that everybody's gonna say, oh my God." So guess what? Bob Rock, and I agree, Bob Rock says, "No, you can get mad at me all you want, but guess what? We're gonna make the best Metallica record ever." There was drumsticks thrown at the producer, guitars thrown at producer saying F you and F you and F you, and believe me, I know the feeling of that as a musician. But at the end of the day, wow, with Bob Rock, the producer at the time for the Black Record album, it's what you hear. It's dynamics, it's beauty, it's what Metallica never thought they were able to do. Okay, what came from the heart, the melody, the lyrics, the singer, James Hetfield never even thought of recording those vocals had it not been for Bob Rock. Okay, so thank you, Bob Rock, for pushing their buttons, pissing them off, and guess what? That album is one of the best rock and roll albums, metal albums ever. Period. Thank you. Bob Rock, you freaking rock. Metallica, you know it. Okay? Anyways, so Metallica, the Black Album, and Guns N' Roses. So when Guns did that show, Metallica opened for that show. What happens? I have to take a little sip of my wine. Hold on. My producer, here we go. Here we go. I love my producer. I don't just love my producer. I'm crazy in love with my producer. Okay? It's my girlfriend, my woman behind the camera, behind the show, behind everything. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have the show. Anyway, so Metallica opened up for the show. They were playing a song, and James, all of a sudden, he's playing a song, and pyro, the lights just came down on his arm. He almost burned his arm. They had to rush him to the hospital. So the crew, everybody went backstage to Guns N' Roses and say, "You guys, this is what happened. Please, you guys got to take the stage earlier. Sorry." And Axl is smoking a cigarette. And Metallica is pissed off because, wait a minute, you're telling us your throat hurts and you're smoking a cigarette? Look what just happened to our singer. You can't take the stage and save the night? Axl, I freaking love you, man, but damn, you know, you could have taken the stage. There was a riot because you wouldn't take the stage, and the band wouldn't take the stage because of you. and there were chairs ripped out of the stadium, and equipment taken and thrown, and you guys couldn't go on stage. So what happened was the Guns N' Roses management had to take Guns N' Roses in a piece of crap van, so nobody would find out that Guns N' Roses were in that van, so nobody would hack them or follow them and kill them or whatever, or punch them or whatever, in the middle of nowhere. Here is the biggest band in the whole world at the moment, Guns N' Roses, in a little van, going somewhere, getting the hell out of the stadium because they caused a riot, because they couldn't save the night, because James Hetfield's arm almost burned, and they asked for them to save the night. And you know, Axl, I love you, man. I love Guns N' Roses. You're my favorite band in the whole wide world. But shit. All right. But anyways, life goes on, right? Anyways, two of the best rock and roll bands. I'm gonna edit this. Two of the best rock and roll metal bands at the moment, and at the time, as far as I'm concerned, Metallica and Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses and Metallica. Use Your Illusions 1 and 2. Live and Let Die. Knocking on Heaven's Door. Don't Cry. You know when you see that video, Don't Cry, when Axl's crossing that mirror? That was supposed to be Izzy Stratton, the rhythm guitar player, but he quit. And when you see that milk carton in the video that says missing, yeah, because Izzy was missing. He gave no notice to the band that he was quitting. He just left the freaking band. Izzy, come on, man. Really, bro? Listen. There's no rhythm guitar player in Guns N' Roses that's going to take your place. Ever. We love you, man. Join Guns again. And something I'm going to say. Okay? Something I'm going to say is my opinion. My opinion. As far as the drummer goes, Steven Adler, if it wasn't for you, okay, the drumming, the percussion, there wouldn't be no Sweet Child of Mine song. There wouldn't be any of those songs in the Appetite for Destruction record. You, my friend, you are the reason why. You and Slash are really, really, really good friends from day one. Okay? Because when Slash wrote that riff to Sweet Child of Mine, Slash said, this is a piece of shit. Guess what? You said, no, let's go with it. Guess what? Oh my God, #1 hit in the country, right? Thanks to you, Steven. You rock, man. I love you. The whole world loves you. And even though you got replaced with Matt Sorum, I love you to pieces. You're amazing. You took the band to this level. I love you to pieces. Steven Adler, you're the first Guns drummer, and we love you. The whole rock and roll band loves you from the heart, man. From the heart. We love you, okay? Anyways, so my point is, the two biggest bands in the country, we still love you. Guns N' Roses, Metallica, the Black Album, Use Your Illusions 1 and 2. It doesn't get any better than that. Here we go. From the heart, okay? We love you guys. Stay positive. Here we go. Cheers with my producer, the creator of the show. I love you, babe. Here we go. Drink up. To my metal fans, you know who you are. My fans, period. I love you guys. Here we go. See you next time.
Stay tuned for next time. You never know what you'll find out.